What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we have a very important topic to talk about, which is the Incursion Raids 2. Should you start doing the Incursion Raids 2? We're going to answer that question. We're going to compare the rewards of both. We're going to compare also the milestone points that we get on both, and then the additional rewards that now we have on the raid store, and also which teams you should be using. Do you have to use specific characters for these new raids or not really? So we're gonna break down all that information so you can jump the meta with your alliance and catch up to veteran players. This is definitely the moment that you should use right now in order to catch up, and then moving forward, well, you just have to keep up with the new teams. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure to smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so Incursion Raids number 2. This is not as easy as the envoys would make you believe. We saw the videos from envoys saying that oh yeah, difficulty 2 is not that bad and so on. This is a lot tougher than it seems. Now, in order for you to clear these raids, you only have to do like 60% and then 80%, so it's not like it's difficult to get to the next difficulty. And then what you have to pay attention to is that the difference in rewards from the 30% to 60% to 100%, the difference in rewards is not that big. It's not that big. So guess what? It doesn't matter, motherfucker. It doesn't matter. You should move on, or you should move up as fast as possible. As soon as you get your hands in these raids, you should get to them as fast as possible. Okay, so let's compare the situation. So for example, let's imagine you are someone doing the Doom 3.5 raids, or you are doing the or you are doing the Incursion 1 raids. Should you forget about those raids and move on to these ones as fast as possible? In my opinion, yes, you should do that as fast as you can, because there is no reason why. The lower difficulties, or the difficulty 0, it gives you more rewards than any of the other raids. Now, you're going to miss the first time clear rewards, but guess what? Maybe after, in the future, on a day off or something, you can go back and collect the rewards that you have there, because right now, if you are not keeping up with a new raid, you're gonna fall off quite a lot on the raid season rewards that are way more important than these. So you get a few gold orbs, which I'm not even sure if gold is that relevant these days. You miss a little bit of ISO 8, you miss some T4s. T4s are definitely important, but this is not a big deal, guys, because if you're gonna fall off on the milestone for the raid rewards, if you're gonna fall off here, this is gonna be a bigger problem than otherwise, because the amount of gear you get here is huge, and there is also a gap in between the alliances, right? They try to improve this a little bit more, but the gap is still quite wide when you compare the top 100 to the top 5,000. It's pretty much double. So the faster you jump to the new raids, the better. Now let's take a look at the website. So give me a second, I don't have the website loaded. Okay, there you go. Make sure you check out the channel every day. We have new videos about different topics, always on Marvel Strike Force, if you want to be ahead. And this is the new raid, so this is the Incursion Raid 2, and then we have Incursion Raid 1. I apologize for not being like centered or whatever, but this is a problem with the website, because if you center it after, you cannot scroll. It's actually hilarious. Anyway, it's not important to take a look at a node specifically. What's important to take a look at is the rewards. So here we have the 30% rewards for the Incursion 2 raid, and now we have the rewards for the Incursion 1 raid, and this is on difficulty 6. You cannot see, but it's on difficulty 6, and we are getting 7,000 of these. Well, we are also getting 7,000 of these. We are getting the elite credits. Well, here we are not getting elite credits. We are getting 20 T4s. Here we're also getting 20 T4s, and moving on. So yeah, the rewards are pretty much the same for 30%, and this one also for 30%. The only difference is right here. So 8,000 of these, which is the Teal Epic Orbs, which gives you the Gear Tier 18, and these ones you already get more. So doing 30% on the new raid is better than doing 30% on the old raid, of course. But now when you compare it to even 100%, this is on the highest difficulty. 100% on the highest difficulty gives you less rewards than 30% on the new one. What? Guys, move on, move to the next raid. Don't stay behind, don't stagnate. Jump ahead so you can catch up to the veteran players. This is how you do it. This is how you stay still in the competition for those raid season rewards. And like I said, the teams that we are going to use are the same that you're using before, which is unfortunate. We'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, it's the way it is. Now, when you take a look at the points for the raid season rewards, let me see, can I show you here? Oh, okay, I can show you here. So for example here, one random node. We are not going to take a look at the boss nodes, but we're going to take a look at one random node. So on the second raid, on the Incursion 2, you're getting 330,000 points per node. On the boss nodes, you are getting 1 million points. On the other raid, on the highest difficulty, let's take a look. On the normal node, you are getting 180,000. It's half. It's 100% less. It's half of what you are getting. And then on the boss nodes, you are getting 360,000. So you're getting 3 times less points on the 1.6 raids. So once again, there is nothing that you should be doing right now on the old raids. You should jump ahead and get to the new meta. Okay, so the rewards are better for 30% of the new raid compared to the maximum difficulty of the old raid. The difficulty, if you have the normal teams, if you have Pegasus, if you have the Invaders, if you have Bifrost, if you have Rebirth, they are pretty much the same teams. There are no new characters, there are no new teams for now. So you can use pretty much the same that you were using before. The rewards are better. Like, why would you stay there, right? Why would you stay there? Okay, let's move on to another topic also related with this, which is which teams are we going to use? Once again, just to catch up really quick. So we had the envoys on the test server and they were not able to use any of the old characters. I don't know why they didn't try Secret Avengers, they didn't try Web Warriors. That would have been a lot of fun and that would be actually interesting, but it was not the case. So the teams that we are going to use for now are going to be these ones. So Pegasus on the first nodes, 1.2 million, this is fine. Of course you want your castle to be as big as possible. Then Bifrost, 1.1 million, Val as big as possible. Now you don't have to use Bifrost. I try to use Deadpool with random Mystic characters or even with Bifrost. It works, so it works fine. At least for the Mystic, the Deadpool version, it still works. Dead Seed is a problem. So even a 1.9 Dead Seed, it does not work properly. Or you have to use Emma Frost, or you have to be very careful with your abilities because the enemies are going to be way faster than you and they are going to destroy you. We are going to take a look at the raids in the near future. But that seed is over. You have to use or Apocalypse or Emma Frost or both, and that's the way to go about it. For Rebirth, you can use full Rebirth, or you can use Rebirth with a Super Scroll, and it's fine. Or you can use Rebirth with Nova, Red Hulk, Super Scroll, all those characters, and that will open some windows of possibilities to one-shot the boss node. But it's not important to one-shot the boss node, guys. It's not important, so don't worry about that. You attack it, you do the best you can, and whoever comes next is also going to do that, because we have 4 people on just 2 lanes. And then we have Invaders. And guess what? Invaders is the team that you have to use, which is quite unfortunate, but it is the way it is. And my 1.2 million Invaders were just fine. And once again, this is not big. So take a look at my Dead Seed, 1.9 million, and then take a look at the other teams, much smaller. Of course, Rebirth is also very big, but not the other ones. Okay, so we are going to use the same teams, and that's great for the most part, because you don't have to invest on random characters or random combinations, at least for now. We'll see when you get to difficulty 2 and maybe difficulty 3, but for now what really matters is just that you start to do the new raids as fast as possible. Okay, now with the new raids we also have a new currency, which is the raid elite credits or elite raid credits. This is It's not important at all. It's nice that they're giving us this new thing that will allow us to get the awaken abilities for Black Cat and for Nova, and hopefully at some point we'll also get for a Green Goblin. But if you really want to be honest about these abilities, they are all garbage. Like these abilities are not impactful enough. First off, because they are only useful for offense, and the second, it's because on the specific situations where the abilities are useful, they're not even that useful. Let's take a look at these abilities. We are gonna pack all this information in one video, it's fine. Okay, first off, Nova. Nova is absolute dog shit. So first off, his abilities only work against other cosmic characters, and this is for the mirror match. It's pretty much against the mirror match. For example, the basic. If you already did the Nova Force, you are going to do more damage and characters cannot be revived. Holy shit, bro. This ability, you have to use the special first, you have to use the ultimate first, and only after you have the Nova Force, the ultimate, then the basic gets stronger. It's useless. Like, how many turns are you expecting us to use this ability? It's a war-only ability, and most people are using nowhere on offense, so this ability, useless. Then we have the special. Clear barrier, once again, the amount of barrier that the Nowhere team has is very small because Cosmo is a trash character with trash stats. So once again, it doesn't matter. But if you do the special, and if you have the Nova Force, you're going to apply bleeds. Guess what, motherfucker? We don't have the Nova Force until we do the ultimate, and the ultimate is a turn 2 ability. So you're not going to be able to use this in a normal situation. This is absolute dog shit. There is nothing here. You have to use, and the cooldown, look at the cooldown of this ability, like 7 or 8 energy. Are you fucking kidding me? It's ridiculous. Then we have the ultimate, it doesn't have anything, and then we have the passive. On our offense, if this character is charged and it has 2 nowhere characters, cosmic enemies cannot gain defense up. Now, once again, on offense, this is nice. Which cosmic enemies do we really have in Alliance Wars? Maybe Eternals, I guess. Or nowhere, which once again, if you are going to use these characters on offense, how are you supposed to fight any cosmic enemies with defense up? You're not gonna fight, right? You're not gonna fight because we need the nowhere on offense. And for the few people that are using them on defense, well, it's not gonna matter much anyway, because the damage that this team does is not impactful enough to, like, by any means, the defense up being meaningful at all. So these abilities for Nova, they are all useless. It's actually pretty ridiculous. Now, for Black Cat, the abilities are a little bit better, but not that much better. So first off, we have the passive. In arena offense, the enemies cannot spawn with a death proof. That means that you're going to be able to kill the enemy Black Cat much faster, which is great. Lower the damage reduction of characters with death proof. Like, I mean, if they don't have death proof, it's not going to matter anyway. This helps a little bit, a tiny bit with Super Scroll, but it's pretty much meaningless. On arena offense, apply blind to the primary target and Spider-Verse characters. This is not going to matter as well. Maybe if you can apply blind to Super Scroll, it's fine, but guess what? Super Scroll has stealth, Super Scroll has immunity, so how we are going to apply blind to him? You can't. Spider-Verse characters, who? Black Cat? She has immunity, motherfucker. You cannot do this ability. You can maybe try to clear the immunity. If you fail, you have to use it as a skirmisher. Like, this ability is trash as well. It's somewhat useful, but you have to really consider if it's going to be worth it. On top of that, you'll have the taunt from the enemy Miss Marvel, so you'll always have to attack Miss Marvel first. So who are you going to apply the blind to? If you cannot attack the Black Cat, she'll have immunity and you are not going to be able to do anything. So another useless ability. And then we have the basic, this attack will ignore defense up. Yeah, wow, amazing, it's incredible. Finally, we have the abilities from Green Goblin. And these ones are a little bit better. So on spawn, on Cosmic Crucible offense, you're going to get defense up for 2 turns. Okay, that's fine. Then we have on offense, you get more charges when you use the ultimate. That's fine. Just make sure that you don't spend way too many charges. And right now, we don't really have a team that goes much faster than this team. So I don't really see exactly where you are supposed to use all these charges. I guess it's Green Goblin mirror match as well, because The only other fastest team is Masters of Evil, but people are using them on offense, so not really. And then you have the basic Cosmic Crucible offense. You gain 10% crit chance for Spider-Verse character present. So it's okay. It's okay. So if you are going to use this guy as a raider, he's going to do more damage with the basic. So that's nice, I guess. So there you go, guys. Like, all of this is pretty much meaningless. All of this is pretty much meaningless. The only thing that is not meaningless, once again, is to make sure that you jump to the next raid as fast as possible, so you don't fall behind when it comes to the ranking rewards for the weekly season. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed all the information that you need to know about these raid season nonsense, the new raid, these awaken abilities. This is all bullshit. And most of the time, 90% of the time, these awaken abilities are going to be completely useless, completely meaningless, because we are just not on a meta where those abilities are important. It's just the way it is. But you guys let me know in the comments below if you agree or don't agree, or if you see any opportunity of using those abilities in some kind of other scenario. Let me know all of that in the comments below. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Mouse Strike Force content. And I'll catch you guys later.